Hi, this is Dayna Linton for Novels Alive, and today I have C.H. Admirand, and another one of my favorite people.
Oh, thanks.
And you write romance.
Yes.
And right now you're doing a cowboy series.
Mm-hmm.
So I know Tyler came out already, but you're going to have Dylan come out in January.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about this series. I know the Tyler one, but tell the readers about that.
Actually, the idea started at RT in Houston. And a very good friend of mine writes for Alora's Cave, and she said, we should go support the Alora's Cave models. And I was like, oh, sure, anything to support an author. I have no idea where we were going. She said, let's go to a local club. I'm like, sure, let's go. Sounded fine. We get there, and I realize, I'm talking to a man behind the desk, and he had no shirt on. I was like, okay, so it's an interesting club. And then he stepped out from behind, and I was like, I am definitely not old enough to be here. It was like, I don't get out much, so it was like kind of a surprise. I'm like, maybe we're at a strip club. Okay, newsflash, I should have paid attention when they were talking. I was in my own world. And I was so embarrassed, and she's like, let's get a table up front. I'm like, oh yes, let's. So we go to the table up front. I'm so embarrassed, and all of a sudden, one of the dancers comes out, and he's got chaps and boots and a hat and these little black spandex.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I was like, why would a cowboy be up on stage like that? Because he really did look like one. I'm like, well, he's going to save the ranch. Why does he have to save the ranch? I'm like, oh, this is great. My mind is going, and I'm really here, but not here. And it just, like, one thing happened into the next. I'm like, okay, but because he's going to save the ranch that's been in the family for 150 years.
So inspiration came from a strip club.
Of all things,
Imagine
which I'd never been to before. And actually, there's quite a few things that could be inspirational in a strip club, but
yeah.
It was just like... It was, if I had been prepared, it might not have been such
a shocker.
But it was definitely interesting. And my friend said the best part about going was the look on my face. I'm like, thanks. You know who your friends are.
I bet.
She really thought it was funny.
Yeah, we went to Chippendales, and I know some of my friends that are just super conservative. It was
and see,
deer in the
that's what I
headlights.
was expecting, because I'd seen them on TV. They have those cute little cuffs and the collar and the great, long black pants, and they usually had great, pecs and everything, but pants on were kind of like nice.
Oh, that was just so awful for you.
It was very embarrassing. My husband thinks it's hysterical.
Oh, I bet.
He really does, because I told him one week he'll never believe me.
And now your kids will know.
Oh, they think it's hysterical. They're like, what were you thinking, Mom? That's like not like you. I'm like, well, yeah.
I love shocking our kids.
Usually it's the other way around.
Well, that's true. Usually. But when I can, repay them and do a little bit of shocking stuff too, I love it.
Yeah, payback.
Paybacks, yeah. And speaking of children, you are going to be a first-time grandmother.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Our daughter in October. So like I was telling Dana before, do you know what you want to be called? I don't know. So I'm trying to decide grandma. It's really exciting.
We both share in this.
Yes.
We're both going to be first-time grandmas. So excited.
You're way too young.
I know. I was 13 when I had her.
I was, maybe 14.
I think next year I'll be 12 when I have her. I've got to stay at 39, age 39.
Oh, gosh, I'd have to do the math to get that far back.
Oh, I've got
work on it, yeah. Oh, okay.
I figured it.
You figured
I was
out.
13 when I had her.
Precocious.
Yes.
But still adorable.
Very.
Yeah.
It's pretty exciting, and your books are so much fun, and you're getting great reviews.
I'm getting very interesting reviews. I've had some really great ones, and then...
Not so much?
Well, yes, it's very interesting. Everybody has an opinion, and I think that's great. And everybody's definitely entitled to their opinion, but I'm not really a fan of posting DNFs, if you race. If you like race cars, or into NASCAR's DNF is it did not finish. I was like, ouch. But, everybody's, free speech. Everybody can say, not everybody's going to love you. And
it's okay.
It's okay. I just wish that wasn't the most recent review at Amazon, but what are you going to do?
Get your friends to post another one.
Actually, I hadn't thought of that. But yes, I've had some really, really good reviews.
You have. The ones that I've read have been really great.
It's really exciting.
And that the series is fun.
It's a lot of fun to write, too. Because, I like to take my men and get them into trouble and see how far I can take them before they'll, holler uncle. My characters will be like, okay, that's it. I'm not doing anymore. Dylan is fun because it opens up where he's filling in for Tyler, and it's the last night. He's only doing it for 3 nights, and his job is the birthday girl is supposed to feel very special because it's a women's club run by women. So her friends came up with this idea. They're going to lasso her. But she goes in, a blonde brunette and a redhead walk into a bar. And what's different about the brunette is that it's the blindfold. So she's blindfolded walking into the bar, and he lassos her as they're whipping the blindfold off her, and it's like totally like, yeah, it's really good. It was a lot of fun to write. So I get him in a lot of trouble.
Well, and I know you've got Irish heritage, as do I, and you have a lot of recipes that you have real Irish recipes.
Yep.
And you write some books about your Irish, well, not necessarily your heritage, but speaking of things in Ireland, and that's really fun.
Yeah, it is. I like to include it in most of my books because I figured, you know what, everybody has their own niche and what they like to write, and I like to include my heritage in there. And yeah, I've got a great butter cake recipe and scone recipe that I have in some of my books.
I kept your scone recipe.
Oh, did
yes.
It's
I love
really,
scones.
and it's so easy to make too. But it's really impressive when you have that whipped cream and like the fresh raspberries on them. It's
really helps you lose weight.
Yeah, those carbs, because there's heavy cream in the scones. So yeah, definitely butter. Yeah.
Well, thanks so much,
Oh,
Colleen.
thank
I love
you.
having you here.
I had a great time. Thanks.
Thanks.